Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain the map point, which is a 10 mark questions in Icse board. Before explaining this map point, a few things I want to tell you. First of all, that you have to use a color pencil or an ordinary pencil for marking, but you are not allowed to use sketch pen or crayon or any pen for marking and labeling. If you are using such things, you will lose the mark. So first of all, I am going to explain about the mountains and the plateaus. The first is that the Karakoram range. So this is the location of Karakoram range. This is situated between the river Indus. So this is river Indus and this is international border. So in between this, the Karakoram range is situated from here to here, and you can mark this with brown pencil also. And after that, you have to write the name of this feature in all capital letters and an arrow pointing towards the feature. So this is also very important. It means always arrow pointing towards the feature. Otherwise, you will not get the mark. Then you have to write the question number. Next is that the Himalayas. So Himalayas is starting in the north near the river Chenab. It is given here, and from here to here it is also passing along the Nepal, Sikkim, Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh. Means you have to draw this in a single thing, and this is also in a broken line, not in a straight line. If you are draw the Himalayas in a straight line, you will lose the mark, because there are many rivers are there. While drawing this line should not touch the rivers. So without touching the rivers, you have to draw the Himalayan ranges. And next is that the Aravalli. So where is the location of Aravalli? So have you seen this is the Gulf of Kambat. So this point you can take it, and this is between this border as well as river Chambal, means it's a center. So from here to up to the river Chambal merging with the Yamuna. So this is the point. So this from here to here. And next is that the Vidya range. So here you can see that the Vidya range is you have to draw in a broken line without touching the rivers from here to here. If it is touch the river, you will lose the mark. Next is that Satpura range. The Satpura range is situated between the river Narmada and Tapti from here to here. And next is that the Western Ghats. So Western Ghats is situated below the river Tapti and up to here. So this is a straight line. But while drawing this Western Ghats, you are not allowed to touch any of these rivers. If it is a touch the river, you will miss the mark. Similarly, it will not touch this coast also, or this border also. If it is a touch this border or the coast, you will also lose the mark. And next is that the Eastern Ghats. So this is Eastern Ghats. This is not a continuous range. This is a broken range, and half centimeter from this border you can take. Half centimeter from here, half centimeter from here to inside. And this also not to touch the river. If it is touch the river, you will miss the mark. Next is that the Nilgiri Hills. So where is the Nilgiri Hills? Have you seen? This is the river Kaveri. So here one small curve is there. So near to that you can draw the Nilgiri Hills. And next is that the Garo, Khasi and Jayantia Hills. So three hills are there. So this is in Meghalaya. But in examination, any one will be asked, and you have to draw only that and mark. The next I am going to explain about the mountain peak as well as the passes. First is that the Mount Godwin Austen. So this is Mount Godwin Austen. It is also known as K2. This is the second highest peak in the world. This is situated in Jammu border, near to the international border, along the Karakoram range. You can draw this. It means half centimeter from this curve to west. Half centimeter from this curve to west side you have to draw. You can also apply brown color for this. And then you have to label it also. Next is known as Kanchenjunga. So this is the highest mountain peak in India. This is situated in Sikkim, sharing a border to the Nepal also. Means Sikkim as well as in Nepal area little bit also you can draw this Kanchenjunga. And there are also two passes. First is known as Karakoram Pass, another is known as Nathula Pass. So Karakoram Pass you can draw here, means only this type of symbols you can use. If you use any other symbol you will not get the mark, means here you can draw the Karakoram Pass. Next is also known as Nathula Pass. Nathula Pass is in Sikkim. It is very close to the Bhutan also. So here in Sikkim area, close to the Bhutan area, you can also draw this Nathula Pass. And next is that the Chota Nagpur Plateau. So this is also below the river Damodar. It means this area you can draw the Nagpur Plateau also. And next is that the Deccan Plateau. So the Deccan Plateau you have to draw below the river Tapti and above the river Kaveri also. Means without touching this border you have to draw this, and it also should not cross this rivers, touch this rivers also without touching the river. You can also draw the Deccan Plateau. Today I am going to explain about the plains and the desert. The first is that the Gangetic Plains, which is situated in the north of the country. So here you can see that how to draw the Gangetic Plains. Means this is the Nepal border. You can see that this is the Nepal border. Just below the Nepal border you have to make a line, and means from here to here, just below the Nepal border, and along the northern rivers, and from here to here, and covering the rivers Chambal, Badwa, and so on, and above the river Damodar up to here also. Means without going to Bangladesh it ends here. And you can also use the green pencil for this purpose. Next is that the Western Coastal Plains. Western Coastal Plains are divided into three categories. First is that the Konkan Plains, second is the Canara Plains, and the last one is the Malabar Coastal Plains. So first I will tell you that how to mark the Konkan Coastal Plains, which begins just below the river Tapti. So this is the river Tapti. Just below that means from here to here, means this is the river Krishna, means from this part to here. And the next is that the Canara Coastal Plains. So it starts from here. Here I marked with a redding. From here to the sources or to the just beginning of river Kaveri, means from here to here is the Canara Plains, and from the very sources or the very beginning parallel to the river Kaveri start the Malabar Plains or the Kerala coast from here to here. Means while marking this you have to remind one thing is that your marking should not go out of boundary. If it is go out of boundary you will not get the mark. Similarly it should not touch the river also. So this is a very thin also. And next is that the Eastern Coastal Plains. So this is divided into two categories. First one is that the Coromandel Plains, and another is the Northern Sarkaras. So how to mark the Coromandel Plains, which begins just below the river Godavari. So this is river Godavari. Just below that, from there to here, means the Eastern Coastal Plains are wider than the Western Coastal Plains. And next is that the Northern Sarkaras. Northern Sarkaras begins just below the river Mahanadi. So this is Mahanadi, below that and above the river Godavari. So this is the area of Northern Sarkaras. And one more is that regarding that Thar Desert, or it is also known as the Rajasthan Desert. So this much area is needed for the Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert. So you can also use a brown pencil for marking and coloring. So this is all that regarding the coastal plains. Next I am going to explain about the rivers of India. There are 24 rivers in India. I am starting from the north. The first is that the river Indus, so it is starting from the north. So this is the point. In order to convince you, I have used different colors, but in the examination you can use only blue color, and you have to write the name of the river on the river, not below the river. So this is the instruction you have to follow. First is that the river Indus, it is starting from here in the north. From here it flows to the west, and after Jammu it is close to the Pakistan, and from here it make a delta, means it is flows into two branches and flows into the Arabian Sea, means this is a very long river. Its location starting point is from here to here, and again from here it flows, it split into two branches, means it make a delta here, it make a delta and flows to the Arabian Sea. And next is that the Jalam, it is starting in Jammu. So here you can see that this is the starting of Jalam, and from here to here only, up to here only, means I have used a red color for this. And next is that the river Chenab. River Chenab is a very long river, so it is a starting point is here, means I have used green color, means from here to here, and from here to here up to here, means this is also merging with the river Indus, means from here to here. Next is that the river Ravi, means this is the river Ravi, means from here to here it is merging with river Chenab up to here only. And the next is that river Sadlaj. This is a very long river. It is starting from here, so starting from here and it up to here, means this is also merging with the river Indus. So this is a very long river Sadlaj. And next is that the Bis. This is a very short river, means from here to here, means this is merging with the river Chenab. And next is that the northern rivers. The first one is that river Yamuna, it's starting from here, means from here to here only, means it is merging with the river Ganga. And next is that river Ganga. This is a very long river of India, starting from here and from here, means from here it make a delta, means it in two branches, means you have to make the delta also, and flows to the Bay of Bengal, means you have to start from here and show the entire course, means a complete course of the river you have to show, otherwise you will not get the mark. Next is that the river Gomti is given here, so this is Gomti. From here to here it is merging with the river Ganga, that I have showed in red color. Next is that the river Gagra, so it has two branches, one is from here to here and another is here. So this is river Gagra, two branches, means from there to here it is also joins with the river Ganga. And the next is that river Gandak, it is showed in red color, means from here to here it is also merging with the river Ganga. Next is that Kosi, it is starting from here and merging with the river Ganga. And next is that river Brahmaputra, starting from here, this I showed in a red color, starting from here and flows to the east and coming to India, enter India from Arunachal Pradesh, flows along the Assam and goes to the Bangladesh and going flows to the Bay of Bengal. So this is also a very long river, you have to show its entire course. Next is that the north flowing rivers. First is that Chambal, starting point is here, from here to here it is also merging with the river Yamuna. Next is that Bedwa, it is starting from here, merging with the river Yamuna. Next is that Son, it is also joins with the river Ganga. Next is that river Damodar, means it is also close to the Bay of Bengal. Next is that river Narmada, it is flowing to the west, means from here to here flowing to the Arabian Sea. Next is Tapti, it is also close to the Arabian Sea. Next is that the river Godavari, it is close to the Bay of Bengal. Next is that river Krishna, starting point is here, from here to here it is also close to the Bay of Bengal. Next is Tungabhadra, it is where Krishna flows, means starting from Krishna and here only. Next is river Kaveri, It is starting from here and flows to the Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. So these are the 24 rivers of India. Next I am going to explain about the water bodies of this. The first is that the Uller Lake. Where is the exact location of Uller Lake? So this is river Jalam, and the very source of river Jalam, without touching the river, 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter above that, you can give a small dot and mark here Uller Lake. Next is that the Gulf of Kutch. It is in the Gujarat portion. So here, up to here, this portion you can highlight and mark and give the question number, write the name in all capital letters. Next is that Gulf of Kambat is also here. Up to here you can shade and mark and label them. Next is that Gulf of Mannar. It is in India, Sri Lanka separating area. So here you have to highlight this portion and label it. Next is that the Park Strait. The water body separate India and Sri Lanka, means up to here. This portion, small portion, you can shade and highlight. And next is that Chilka Lake. It is in Odisha. Inside this border, means a small curve is here, without going out of border and without touching the river Mahanadi. A small blue dot you have to mark inside and you have to label it. That is Chilka Lake. And the next is that Andaman Sea. So from here to here, this portion you can highlight and label it. So this is all that regarding the water bodies of India. The next I am going to tell you about the standard meridian as well as the tropical Cancer 23.5 north, how to mark this. The first of all, I am going to tell you regarding the standard meridian. So this is the standard meridian of India, and how to draw this. 4 things you have to keep in mind. First is that it should draw from north to south, and the second thing is that it should pass along the Allahabad. Allahabad means this is the place where the Ganga and Yamuna meet. So this is Ganga and this is Yamuna meeting place, that is known as Allahabad. It should touch here, otherwise we will not get the mark. And the other point is that it should pass along this delta. This delta is formed by the river Godavari, so it should touch this delta also. And the third point is that it should touch the eastern side of Sri Lanka. If it is not touching the eastern side of Sri Lanka, you will not get the mark. And the fourth point is that you have to draw the standard meridian in a broken line. In a broken line you have to draw. And the last point is that you have to write the degree. Degree means 82 degree, and half east means this symbol also you have to draw, otherwise you will not get the mark. Then east also you have to write here. Without this is the incomplete and you will not get the mark. And the next is that the tropic of Cancer 23.5. So how to draw the tropic of Cancer 23.5? Starting from this Gujarat, means this portion's middle. So this portion's middle you can start, and this is river Chambal, means up to this side, and this is river Betwa up to this side. Next, this is the downside of river Son, and it should pass along this delta also, means just below the river Damodar, and it should pass along this delta side. And this is Trivara. It should touch the Trivara also. If it is not touching the Trivara, you will not get the mark. And for fifth instruction is that you never use any scale to draw the tropic of Cancer, because that is not possible. This is a curve like shape. Then you can use the pencil for drawing this. You have to draw this in a broken line, and at last you have to write the degree also, means 23.5 north. If there is no degree written by you, you will not get the mark also. So these are the things you have to keep in mind while drawing standard meridian as well as the tropic of Cancer 23.5. The next I am going to explain regarding the wind that give the rainfall to India. The first is that the southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon has 2 branches. One is the Arabian Sea branch. So this is the Arabian Sea branch, and this is the Bay of Bengal branch. The southwest monsoon starting from this corner. This corner is known as the southwest corner, And if you are asked in the examination, name the wind that give the rainfall to India from the Arabian Sea, then you have to draw the arrow like this. It means the arrow's head is always pointed towards the northeast, otherwise you will not get to the mark. But recently in the examination, questions such as name the wind that give the rainfall to the Mumbai in summer is also asked. Then you have to draw the southwest monsoons towards the Mumbai. So Mumbai is here. So like this you have to draw one more arrow also. And if you are asked in the examination, name the draw the wind that give the rainfall to Kerala in summer, then you have to draw an arrow towards Kerala. Means Kerala is here, so you have to draw the southwest monsoon from the Arabian Sea like this also. So these are the examples of southwest monsoon give the rainfall from the Arabian Sea. And another is that the southwest monsoon that give the rainfall from the Bay of Bengal. Means from here the southwest monsoon's arrow is always pointing towards the northeast. So this is the northeast. So like this you have to draw the arrows. But if you are asked in the examination, name the wind that give the rainfall to Kolkata, means Kolkata is here. So you have to draw one more arrow like this to the Kolkata. One more instruction is that this arrow is always, its head is always pointing towards the northeast side, otherwise you will not get the mark. Next is that name the wind that give the rainfall to in winter. Means the wind that give the rainfall to India in winter is that western disturbance. So that is starting from the northwest side. Means the arrow is always pointing towards the Punjab. So like that you have to draw the arrows. So these are the three wind is there. Three wind that give the monsoon rainfall and in summer rainfall. The next I am going to explain one wind that is left to be explained, that is known as the northeast monsoon wind. This wind is starting from the northeast to the southwest side. It means the wind is blowing from the northeast to southwest side. That is known as the northeast monsoon. That is in winter also. But recently in the examination, questions are asked like that. Draw the wind that give the rainfall to the Coromandel coast in winter. Means this is the Coromandel coast. This is the Coromandel coast or the Tamil Nadu coast. If such a question is asked, its head is pointing towards the Tamil Nadu coast. So this is the Tamil Nadu area. Its head is pointing towards the Tamil Nadu also. And next is that the minerals. So there are two mineral deposits for you, as well as two oil deposit is here. And first is known as Mumbai High. Mumbai High means this is an oil field in the Arabian Sea. So this is an offshore oil field. This is in the Arabian Sea. So this is Mumbai. And from here 3 millimeter or 4 millimeter to the west, you have to draw here a small dot and mark here Mumbai High. And one more oil field is here, that is known as Digboy. Digboy is in Assam. So where is its exact location? So this is river Brahmaputra and this is Assam border. So in center between this, here you have to draw a small dot and write here Digboy. And there are also two mineral deposit for the examination. First is known as Jaria coal field. So where is Jaria? So this is river Damodar and its tributary. In between this, here you can put a dot and mark here Jaria coal field. And another is that Singphum iron deposit. So that is here means half centimeter below the river Damodar. Half centimeter below the river Damodar. Here also you have to put a small dot and you can mark here Singphum iron deposit. So this is all that regarding the winds as well as the mineral deposit of India. The next I am going to explain regarding the soils. There are 4 types of soils for you for studying. The first is that alluvial soil, and the second is that the laterite soil, third is black soil, and the fourth is red soil. So let us see that where is this 4 types of soils are marked. The first is that the alluvial soils. Alluvial soils, it is also known as the riverine soils. These are mainly deposited in the northern plains of India as well as in the coastal plains of east and west also. And if you are asked in the examination to mark and label the alluvial soils from the north. So you can start from here. So this is Nepal border. Just below the Nepal border you have to start. You can start here from below the Nepal border, from here to here along the northern rivers and covering the rivers up to here. You have to mark and write here alluvial soils. And if you are asked the alluvial soils from the south, you can mark along the eastern coastal plains also, means just below the river Mahanadi and along this coast up to the Coromandel coast. Here also you can mark and label the alluvial soils along the eastern coastal plains. And if you are asked from the west also along these coastal areas, you can mark. But usually if you are asked from the south along the eastern coastal plains, you have to mark and label, because more rivers are flowing down to the Bay of Bengal from this Deccan Plateau. And the next is that the laterite soils. So where is the laterite soils are found? The laterite soils are found along the eastern Ghats as well as the western Ghats. These are found. I here marked along the western Ghats, means along this side I marked here. But while marking, this is not supposed to touch the coastal areas nor the rivers. If it is touch the coast and the river, you will not get the mark. So without touching the river and the coastal areas, a narrow line you have to mark here and level it laterite soil from the south. And if you are asked from the north, so here also you can mark. So this is Meghalaya. Along this Garo, Gasi, Jaintia hills, laterite soils are here, means without touching this border, along the center of, means here this side you have to make a narrow line that is known as laterite soil in Meghalaya. Then you have to write here laterite soil along the Garo, Gasi and Jaintia hills. So like that you have to write the information here. And the next is black soil. So if you are asked the black soil, you can mark here. It is in south. It is mainly found in the Deccan Plateau, means below the river Tapti and above the river Kaveri. Without touching the this coast, you have to mark like this. And the black soil is also found in the Gujarat also. So in oval shape you can also mark in Gujarat. And the next is that the red soil. The red soil is found mainly in the Chota Nagpur Plateau, Odisha and Chhattisgarh, means just below the river Damodar. And from here to here, a small area you can mark for the red soil. And if you are asked red soil from the north or the northeast, you can also show in Assam also. In Assam also red soil is here, means this is Assam area from here to here. So this is the red soil. So this is all that regarding the soils of India. Next I am going to explain the major cities. There are total 11 cities for the board examination. So let us see that one by one. From the north, the first is that the Srinagar. Where is Srinagar is situated? So this is the Jhelum river. So here is one curve is here. So just above the curve you have to put a red dot and mark here Srinagar. Means all the cities you can use the red dot for marking and and a level you have to write with the pencil also. And in next is that Chandigarh. So where is Chandigarh is situated? So this is river Satluj and this is river Yamuna. In between this Chandigarh is situated. Next is Delhi. So where is the location of Delhi? So this is the Nepal border. Means if you draw a line parallel to the Nepal border, here you will reach the Yamuna. So on the bank of river Yamuna you have to mark Delhi, means on the river, not below the river. If you mark below the river, you will not get the mark. On the river itself you have to mark. Next is that Allahabad. So where is Allahabad? Allahabad is where Yamuna and Ganga meet, means this place inside this you have to mark Allahabad, not outside. And next is that Mumbai. So where is Mumbai? Is a coastal city. So here one small bend is here. Here means on the coast you have to mark here, not away from it. If you mark away, you will not get the mark. So on the coast you have to mark here. And next is that Next is that Bengaluru. So where is Bengaluru is situated? So this is river Kaveri. This is river Kaveri, and from this river Kaveri you have to make a line here, and from here also make a line. Means both lines are joining places Bengaluru. And next is Kerala. So where is Kerala? How you seen this small curve? From here you can make a small scale also. Means from this side you can draw a line. So there is Kerala here. Means this is also on the coast itself, not far away from here. And next is Chennai. So Chennai is also a coastal city. This is also on the coast you have to mark. Means here one projected part is there you have to mark. And next is that Vishakhapatnam. Where is Vishakhapatnam? So this is river Mahanadi. Means from this part you can take a vertical line. So here comes the Vishakhapatnam. Is also a coastal city on the coast you have to mark. Next is that Hyderabad. Where is Hyderabad? So this is river Godavari and this is river Krishna. Means from here to here, means the center part you can mark Hyderabad. Then where is Kolkata? So here one delta is there. Means 2 millimeter above or 2 millimeter from this point you can mark Kolkata. So this is all that regarding the cities of India. See, now we came to the last part of the map, that is the distribution of population. So here 4 questions are there. First is that is the densely populated area, and the second is that is sparsely populated area. Densely populated area means within a square kilometer the highest number of people are living, and sparsely populated means within a kilometer square very less number of people are living. If you are asked a question that the highest densely populated area from the north, highest densely populated area from the north is Bihar. So where is the location of Bihar? So this is the Nepal border. Just below the Nepal border you have to shade, and between this river also, means this is river Gandak and this is river Kosi, means just between the river as well as above the river Damodar also, means from here to here you have to show an area for the densely populated area from the north. And if you are asked a question, the densely populated area from the south, you can shade and highlight areas of Kerala, means just below the river Kaveri from here to here. And another question is that is sparsely populated area from the north, so it is Arunachal Pradesh. So from here to up to here, this area you can mark and highlight for the sparsely populated area from the north. And next is that the sparsely populated area from the west, so that is Rajasthan. So this part also you can shade and highlight for the sparsely populated areas of from the west. So this is all that regarding the map of India. I think that this is very convenient for you, and you have to subscribe the video and support me. If your continuous practice is needed in order to get a perfection in the map making. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.